Hey there, boys and ghouls. I'm Mr. Macabre, and welcome back to my movie library. This is going to be part two of the new stuff that I just got in, and I hopefully you watch part one. And just to recap real quick, take me just a second. Thanks to store credit, I ended up getting Curse of Frankenstein retailed at $34.99, but I got it for $24.99. I was able to get $10 off thanks to store credit, and also thanks to store credit, I got in the Mouth of Madness and Miss 45, both from Arrow, nice hard box editions. No money out of pocket for either of these movies. I really did. I lucked out like a bandit. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, if you want to see like more in depth on these, go to my first video because I do show off the goodies and tell you about the bonus features and stuff on here. So yeah, so go check out that video. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. This one's probably not going to be as long. But yeah, I just got a few other things to show you. Yeah. Well, I just mentioned, just talking about In the Mouth of Madness, I got a book. I know you guys are like, this is supposed to be about movies, dipshit. What are you doing showing off books? Hang on. Okay, this is one book, and I think that this one is worth showing off because this is, I cannot believe I was actually able to find this and in such good condition. We all remember the amazing, wonderful, just wonderful storyteller, Wes Craven. The man who was, giving us so many great movies. He created the mastermind behind Freddy Krueger, gave us so many great movies, director of the Scream movies, at least the first four. Let's say, just gave us so much good stuff. Shocker, People Under the Stairs, Hills Have Eyes, Last House on the Left, on and on and on. And he wrote one book, which is kind of more like I would say it's kind of more meant to be like a science fiction, more of a science fiction book, but it is called Found Society. And check out that. It's got a lenticular cover on there. How's that? I found this. Only cost me, you can see that there, $8. $8 for this. That's the only, right, you see right there, that's the only little bit of damage on here. But if you look at this book, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend himself. This book is in amazing, beautiful condition. And to have this, and hang on one second, even better, you can see it there. See the number one, first edition hardback of Wes Craven's book, Found Society. So, yeah. So it is kind of movie related in that, this book was written by a genius writer-director. And, man, I miss Wes Craven. I really do. I miss him being here, not being here, making the movies that I love to watch. And, yeah, I do. I really miss the man. I miss him so much. Just a genius filmmaker. And, But anyway, so yeah, to get a first edition hardcover like that, oh yeah, I think I did pretty good for $8 too. Come on. I was able to get this. I was able to give me a slipcover. Only got one, but I like this one. It's really nice, and I got one for the second movie. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you. It's for Happy Death Day. And I kind of really do like that artwork and stuff. I do have the Blu-ray, and I never upgraded this to 4K because, to be quite honest, this just isn't a movie I watch. I don't mind the movie. It's just not a movie I watch very often. So I'm perfectly satisfied with just owning it on Blu-ray. So yeah, I just never felt the urge to want to upgrade this to 4K. And I do have the second movie. I got a nice slipcover for the second one, Happy Death Day to You. But to finally get a nice, beautiful slipcover to go for the first one, look at that. That nice embossing there and stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. To get that was pretty cool, so I'm happy about that. So got a nice slipcover to go with my Happy Death Day. Okay, this came in the mail. Yeah, this is from the Criterion Channel. And this is on Blu-ray. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so I can't tell you if it's any good or not. I got in the new film by David Cronenberg, The Shrouds. I've heard mixed things. I have definitely heard this is not Cronenberg's finest work. But, you know, anything written and directed by David Cronenberg, I'm very interested in checking it out. I know it's going to be different. I mean, that's one of the greatest things in life is when, you know, a David Cronenberg movie comes out. And especially if you find out he wrote the script as well as directed it, you know you're going to get something unique. Good, bad, or indifferent, you know it's going to be original. You know it's going to be unique. It's going to be his own vision, his own voice. So, yeah, so I'm very anxious to check it out just the same. But, yeah, here we go. No 4K for this. It's just a Blu-ray. Let's see. Meet the Filmmakers, Dave Cronenberg, a Criterion Channel original interview. Trailer, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Notes by Beatrice Loiza. So, yeah, like I said, I haven't had a chance to check this out. Plan to watch it here in a little while. There you go. And, hang on. Yeah, unfortunately, not very imaginative. You can see nothing on the inside there. So, then here's the little pamphlet, booklet there. Call it what you will. Like I said, you know, it's like, you know, this may not be Cronenberg's finest movie. I don't know. I have yet to see it, but, you know, like I said, you know, the one thing that I love about it is when when you're going to get a new David Cronenberg movie, you know you're going to get something different. It's going to be, if nothing else, it's going to be original. You know, it's definitely going to be in his own voice. So, yeah, really looking forward to checking this bad boy out. But in the meantime, while we wait, go ahead and put it in. There you go. Nice and beautifully protected. There you go. So, yeah. The Shrouds by David Cronenberg. Can't wait to check this bad boy out. This here, I cannot believe I got this so cheap. This was only like $14.69, I think, off of Amazon. I got it in today. And unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet to see how the picture quality and stuff looks. But on 4K, I got in Deep Star 6. This is a movie I've seen. I've never owned it. And to finally get it for such a good price, I couldn't resist it. Yeah, this has bunches of audio commentaries on here. Audio commentary by HorrorFix.com's James G. Chandler and Ash Hamilton. Audio commentary by director Sean S. Cunningham and visual effects supervisor James Isaac, who would go on to direct Jason X. Audio commentary by screenwriters Louis Abernathy and Jeff Miller. Isolated score selections and audio interview with composer Harry Manfredini. You know it's a Sean S. Cunningham movie when you got Harry Manfredini on the score. From the Deep, interviews with creature effects and special. Damn it! I need to stop trying to talk so fast. Special makeup designer Mark Shostrom, creature supervisor Greg Nicotero, and creature artist Robert Kurtzman. The Survivors, interviews with actors Greg Evigan and Nancy Everhard. Water Damage, interview with stunt coordinator Kane Hodder. Vintage interview clips and more. So this is a movie I've seen. I do like the movie. It just, for whatever reason, I've never owned it. Never had VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Never owned this movie. And to finally, after all these years, get it in my collection, be able to watch it again, and to be able to see it on 4K, I'm looking forward to this bad boy. So, yeah. Man, you got, Miguel Ferrer's in here, Matt McCoy, Nia Peoples, Cindy Pickett. So, yeah. Definitely look forward to checking this out again. And what's really nice too is reversible cover art. That is really cool. Unfortunately, they still not the most imaginative with their disc art. So you gotta be careful. Check which one's Blu-ray, which one's 4K. But then, you got the reversible artwork there, which is the same. So of course you gotta flip it to the other artwork. So, it only makes sense, right? But yeah, really, really glad to finally have Deep Star 6 in my collection. So, yeah. Now we get ready for the moment of truth. Come on. There we go. Like I said, for $14.69, damn, I could not resist. That was a great bargain for this. So, there you go. Deep Star 6 on 4K, finally. Nice. Okay, got this one in a couple of days ago. This is a lot of fun. This is the first in what I'm praying will be a long-running series. We have Joe Bob Briggs, The Last Drive-In double feature. We have Suitable Flesh with Heather Graham, Barbara Crampton. Oh my God, Heather Graham. She's been one of my fantasy girls for decades, ever since License to Drive. You know, as soon as I saw License to Drive way back in the day, I was like, oh man, Heather Graham is a goddess, and she always has been. She still is. You know, she still looks amazing in this movie. Then you got Mayhem with Stephen Yeun. I'm always going, you know, he's a great actor, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see he's going on, having a really, really good career. But to me, he's always going to be Glenn from The Walking Dead. And another beautiful goddess, Samara Weaving, who, that was one of the main things I could not stand about Scream 6. You got Samara Weaving in there, and you put her in for just a few minutes just so she can get killed. Like, what the fuck is that? You know, I mean, you see Ready or Not? I'm looking forward to Ready or Not, too. But you see her in Ready or Not? I mean, it's like, damn, seemed like she had more to do when she did that episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead, you know? But, yeah, Samara Weaving in here, total badass. An absolute beautiful, gorgeous goddess of a woman. And, yeah, Heather Graham on there, so. And the wonderful, amazing Joe Bob Briggs. And, you know, these were so much fun to watch. I got to be honest, you know, because I have Mayhem on 4K and I have Suitable Flesh on Blu-ray. I'm kind of starting to debate whether or not now if I'm ever even going to watch those again, or if anytime I decide I want to watch these movies, I'm just going to pop this in. I got to be honest, you know, I'm thinking about it. So there you go. Then on the interior artwork, you know, you got Joe Bob wears, you know, his tallies, you know, like for like Suitable Flesh, 1 breast, 2 dead bodies, 3 demon octopuses, stuff like that, you know. So yeah. I don't know. It's like I watched Suitable Flesh. I seem to remember there being more than 1 breast in that movie, or I don't know. Maybe it's just my wishful thinking. I'm not sure, but anyway. So yeah, this is really nice. Glad to have this. This is a ton of fun to watch. And like I said, I really, really sincerely hope this is going to be the start of a new series, that we're going to get to see more of this. And, yeah, you know, anytime these come out, I plan to pick up every single one of them if I can. So, there you go. And really, really nice slipcover to go with them, too. That's the only downside of it. Just didn't have the Blu-ray banner up there. It would look amazing, but there you go. Nice. Good slipcover. Joe Bob Briggs, The Last Drive-In double feature, Suitable Flesh, and Mayhem. A lot of fun. Really glad to have that. All right. We got a lot of good stuff here, but I think personally I saved the best for last. And I could not believe I paid this much. Sorry, let me just have a drink real quick. Wet my whistle real quick. I know I've been saying over and over and over again that I was really going to try to curb my spending as far as 4Ks and stuff go. But when I saw this here, considering how much I love this franchise, and I can't wait to see the 3rd one, I am so looking forward to it. When I saw this, and considering how much I absolutely love this movie, I just could not say no to it. And, you know, yeah, I did put a dent in my bank account, but after I, you know, got it in and checked it out and, you know, saw where the money went, I think you guys pretty much already know where I'm going with this. I got Wolf Creek from Imprint. I know other people have showed this off, but now you get to see me do it. This beautiful, beautiful artwork, you know, from Imprint / Via Vision. There you go. The nice, beautiful box. Decorated up like Mick Taylor's shirt. Mick Taylor, I heard somebody call him basically the Australian Freddy Krueger, which I would agree with that, you know, but I love this movie. I love the 2nd movie. I need to get season 2 of the TV series so I could watch that. I've seen season 1. As a matter of fact, I'll show you real quick. I did make one modification to this set in that I took, this is the Blu-ray here, And yeah, as you see, it's a Blu-ray for the theatrical cut. And what I did was to help condense some space, I put my DVDs for season 1 of Wolf Creek in with the Blu-ray. So there you go. Like I said, I still need to see season 2. So I did make one modification to the Blu-ray, theatrical cut Blu-ray. So yeah. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh wow, if I buy that, I'm going to get season 1 of Wolf Creek on DVD. No, you're not going to get it. It's just this was my own personal DVD. I just put it in here to save space. So there you go. But yeah, I did make one modification. There you go. So there's that. But here we go. We got. I'm sure you've seen other people. Like, look how nice that is. A good sturdy hard box right there. And one of my favorite things in the world. This is the 4K and the Blu-ray of the unrated cut. That is my favorite thing, is that they did the unrated cut for the 4K. And yeah, so much good stuff on here. You know, real quick, I'll just show you. There is interior artwork on here. Lizzie holding the gun, holding a Mick ready to shoot. Of course, I'm not going to tell you, but let's just say things don't exactly go the way it's planned in this movie. But you know, there's a 4K unrated cut. And there's a Blu-ray for the unrated cut. Pretty much similar disc art, you notice. Yeah, but you know, I'm glad that this got, you know, that when they did the 4K, that they did the unrated cut. I was so thrilled that they went that direction and not the theatrical cut. I know some people will probably be like, well, I'd like to have both cuts on 4K. I understand that, but still, you know, I mean, I just prefer having the 104-minute unrated director's cut. On the 4K, you got Dolby Vision, 2160, unrated cut, audio commentary, writer-director Greg McLean, producer Matt Hearn, and actors Cassandra McGrath and Kesty Morassi. Let's see, on the Blu-ray special features, let's see, definition of the 4K cut. Meet Mick Taylor, interview with John Jarrett, Broken and Twisted, music clip by Auxiliary One, storyboard and production sketch montage. Let's see here. Trying to see. Got Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. And I'll tell you, yep, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Yeah. But honestly, this knocked my socks off. I could not believe how gorgeous this looked on 4K. This, in my opinion, if I had to go for 4K of the year, this would probably be the one. This will probably be my choice, my decision for 4K of the year. I cannot believe how astounding this movie looks in 4K. I mean, just the opening shots, you know, right away you're hit with how gorgeous and how beautiful this movie looks in 4K. The daytime scenes on the beach and everything else, the natural daylight and everything, and then you move into the nighttime scenes and just the blacks, you know, just everything. Just, my God, this is, you know, yeah, this would definitely be my pick for 4K of the year. This would be the one. And I know that for a lot of people, like right now, this is way too expensive for a lot of people. Most people can, you know, wouldn't be able to afford this, and I understand that. I would be thinking that probably not too long down the road, Lionsgate, because this is Lionsgate, you know, let's see. Matter of fact, it says right there. See Lionsgate there? Lionsgate has the rights to this, which I'm willing to bet will probably mean before too long, either for their website Lionsgate Limited, or they might make a wide release. I'm willing to bet that Lionsgate is going to do an American 4K release for this movie. They've done a Blu-ray Steelbook in the past. They may do a 4K Steelbook. They may do, I don't know, some kind of new packaging. You know, you notice they're branching out, trying some collector's edition packaging, which I think is amazing. You know, just I love the one that they're doing for American Psycho. The 25th anniversary edition? That looks great. You know, that looks cool. I really like that. I like that they're branching out and trying some new ideas and, you know, trying to go for more of a collector's edition vibe and not just Steelbook. But I'm willing to bet. It's like, yeah, if this is like, you know, right now this is like too rich for your blood, and I understand that. I would just say, yeah, wait, but at some point, if you could get it for a great price, if you love Wolf Creek, I very highly recommend, yes, please pick this up on 4K. You will not be disappointed. It looks great. It sounds amazing. I pray that, before too long that Imprint can do something like this with Wolf Creek 2. I would love that. I would just love that to pieces. To have both of the Wolf Creek movies, in nice, beautiful collector's editions like this. I would love that so much. And, yeah. So, I told you what was on the 4K. Let's see, Blu-ray special features, 1080p presentation of the 104-minute unrated cut and the 95-minute theatrical cut. Audio commentary by writer-director Greg McLean, producer Matt Hearn, and actors Cassandra McGrath and Kesty Morassi. The Making of Wolf Creek, meet Mick Taylor, an interview with John Jarrett. Broken and Twisted, music clip by Auxiliary One. Storyboard and production sketch montage, deleted scenes. Photo gallery, theatrical trailers. I will say, I think if you're someone who just has Wolf Creek on DVD, I think you pretty much, if one thing is for certain, if you got the unrated cut on DVD, I think you actually have all the bonus features as well. So that would be something too. If you wait for Lionsgate, they decide to put it out, they might even come up, and that's another thing too. They try to add more bonus features, so that could be something to look forward to. But yeah, I am in love with this. It cost me a pretty penny, but as far as I'm concerned, it was worth it. It was worth every penny, and I love it to death. I'm so glad to have this. One of my favorite horror movies of all time, Wolf Creek. Like I said, definitely, if I was going to pick, this would be my perfect 4K of the year, would be Wolf Creek here from Imprint. So, I know that's a bold statement, considering we got the Elm Street franchise and stuff like that. But anyway, time to wrap this up. So, Wolf Creek, Joe Bob Briggs, double feature drive-in. Got Deep Star 6 on 4K, finally owning a copy of it in my collection for the first time. Happy about that. The Shrouds, the new movie by David Cronenberg. Can't wait to check this out. Hopefully this will be good, So, like I said, I heard this is definitely not Cronenberg's finest hour, but, I still want to watch it. So, I'm still interested to give it a look-see. Okay, I got my slipcover here for Happy Death Day. Can't wait to get that on there. That's going to be cool. Got a beautiful first edition hardcover of Wes Craven's Fountain Society. May he rest in peace. And you guys have seen me show these already half a dozen times already. We got Miss 45, Arrow Collector's Edition 4K, In the Mouth of Madness, Arrow Collector's Edition 4K. And last but not least, we have The Curse of Frankenstein on 4K. So, yeah. Even though I didn't get the huge box, I got the standard edition, this will do. I think this will do me just fine. So that's it. So, an incredible haul, and I think I really need to count my blessings. What an amazing day. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch all of this, again, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed these two videos. If you did, would you please leave it a like and maybe share the videos? If you haven't already, go and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, hopefully you're going to have much more good stuff coming in the future. And that's it. Take care of my boils and ghouls. See you all later. Bye.